Lemon, yellow, yellow, lemon. Lemon,
Yellow.
yellow, yellow, lemon. Lemon, yellow, yellow, lemon.
There it is.
Ma.
There it is. Okay, we're good to go.
Right? What is the other one? Lion face. Ah, lemon fist. Lion face. Ah, lemon fist.
Relax the muscles.
All right. What's up, everybody? Greg Chapman, the Gentleman Gorilla. Today, I'm here with Jose Perez of the Green Ammo Project and of the VR Joint here in San Diego.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, Greg.
Yeah,
That's
what's
awesome.
up?
What's
How's
up,
your
man?
morning going?
Doing good, man. Good to be here. Woke up really excited. Looking forward to
Yeah?
this day. I have, man. I've been kind of busy the last couple weeks, and I'm like, I cannot wait to go talk to Greg. You know what I mean? And do that. So I've been really looking forward to it. So I'm excited
That's
to be
awesome.
here.
Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, so I've known you best for your time with the Green Ammo Project.
Right. Yeah.
Which is a cannabis awareness company.
Yeah,
correct?
so it's nonprofit organization. We are trying to put programs together with businesses and just build, a community that supports veterans on their decision to use cannabis as their drug of choice to treat their mental health and wellness issues. So, obviously that came from me. I started using cannabis just 2 years ago now. I really found myself through that, and I just know there's other veterans out there that need help. That need a little bit of guidance and be like, you know what,
Yeah.
maybe it's okay to do, to try it out a little bit or just get educated. Just educate. It's okay to listen
That's
sometimes.
good. Yeah, I've definitely seen a big, I don't know if you want to call it like an uptick or like a surge of veteran-owned and veteran awareness-based cannabis companies.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
and the reason being is because it's needed. Like it really is. Like I said, I was just so lost. I got back from my first deployment in 2008. So
okay.
I was in Iraq in 2007 to 2008, and when I came back, I was like lost. Like what do I do here? Like where there was, I'm sure there was like programs out there and stuff like that I didn't go look for, but now it's very accessible. You go on Instagram and you can just literally like top, like cannabis and veterans, and you'll see all these things pop up in groups, and people are really advocating for it like that. So I love being in the community, and and it's not a lot of us. You kind of see it. What's going on around San Diego in general,
Mm-hmm.
and there's not too many. Like Joanne, she's one of them obviously, and then we got Colin with the veteran walk and talk, and I'm doing
Yeah.
this, and we have different things there. I'm working with another guy, Jacob. He's doing Fish for Veterans, like a nonprofit too. So, but it's not, but that's, it's not too many of us, so we all work together, which is awesome. So it's all helping people.
That's
Yeah, people that need help, and mainly people that don't know how to ask for help.
okay.
I mean, I think the biggest issue, with veterans is we don't know how to ask for help. We know we want the help, but we're afraid to go ask for it. So I think that's
I know
where
what you mean. Yeah, because you got to be the strong guy. Like
exactly.
you're trained to be the person that can take care of anything on your own. Like,
Exactly. You're the tough Marine, you're the tough
mm-hmm.
soldier, you're the tough airman, and the tough sailor. But and you can't be that tough when you're in your own mind every day, and your
Yeah.
mind's attacking. There's no defense against that. So
And I mean that's part of it. Like when you're in, like I was never, I've never served, so this is coming just from my opinion of
right,
observance.
yeah,
But when you're in, you you have everybody with you. You have all your brothers and
mhm,
sisters,
yeah,
and then your command structure and everything. Like
yeah,
it's there. Like you need anything, you know exactly where it's supposed to be.
exactly,
Like,
yep,
but the second that you're out, it's like you lost your family. I feel
yeah.
like just like all of a sudden you're just alone
It is, it is.
in
You
a
do
place that
feel
you're not trained to
be in,
be.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, you're trained even everywhere you go in the military. You're like, you go into the bathroom, take your battle buddy with you.
Hmm.
You don't go nowhere alone because situations
Yeah,
vary. On
because that's exactly you got to
every
be ready
single day.
for
So
craziness.
it is that. Like you get lonely, and when loneliness comes, everything else. I think I guess that's a deep root of it. Without even thinking about it, we are
Hmm.
super lonely.
Yeah.
Even though we have our wives and our kids and our moms, and everybody's happy to to see us back, and you're doing
Yeah.
great, and you came back alive.
Right. And
Um,
loneliness is the biggest cause of depression
mhm.
and drug addiction
It is.
is feeling alone and separated from people.
Yes,
And
yes.
so you come home from this place and you I mean, really, it's probably the time when you need people around you the
Yeah,
most, and
totally.
then you feel the most alone.
Yeah, and that's where you just sink into that hole where you just like you just feel like you can't get out. You know, you just kind of sink in and you try to do it, and you know, you a lot of us we just kind of we use I say we use alcohol. I think there's a
Hmm.
alcohol problem in the military. You know, we that's what we do when we're hanging out when we're not working and busy and you know busting ass people's asses. We're kicking it. We're hanging out. We're
Yep.
regular people and we're having a fun time with our family. You know, so. Yeah, you know that's what's awesome, you know, and I'm glad you mentioned drug addiction because the Green Animal Project, and I want to clarify, people think that I'm sticking joints in veterans' mouths. You know, that's not what we're doing. You know, like I want to share my story that it took me a year and a half to be able to control cannabis. You know, like the beginning of, you know, when I first started smoking, it was just a little bit here and there, and I would just play Call of Duty with my wife on Friday nights, and she'd, you know, she'd drink a little bit, I'd smoke like a little bit of like a gram would last me like a month and a
Hmm.
half. That's how much I would smoke, right? In the
Okay.
beginning. But I got used to it. I trained my body, my mind to not let it be the drug that you know that it is. That it
Yeah.
takes you high. So after a year and a half, I controlled it. You know, and now you know I medicate all day. You know, I wake up in the morning, I pray to God, and then I medicate. You know, and then I start my day. And I feel like my life has gone a lot better with it. You know, so that's what I want to do. I want to share my story and just hopefully inspire other veterans, you know, to be like, hey, Jose, like, yeah, man, let me see, let me ask some questions, you know, like just curious about it. And I've had people reach out to me, you know, that I haven't talked to in years, you know, veterans that I went to Iraq with, haven't seen in like 8, 12 years now, you know,
Yeah.
11 years, and they're like on hitting me up on Facebook, hey, what's up, Perez? What's up, Jose? How you doing, man? Why you so happy? And I'm like, I just smoked a little weed, man. Like I don't know what to
Yeah.
tell you, you know. Like it's just it is what it is, you know. And they're curious, you know. So I know there's, you know, that little bit of peak of interest that everybody, all my friends or on my Facebook and stuff like that they've reached out to me. I'm like, this is something that's needed, you
Yeah.
know. So that's what makes me kind of you know push and push for the advocacy and you know as we were mentioning earlier, you know, I had a little uptick on my social media because I feel it's important. You know, I feel it's important to put myself out there so people can see it. You
Yeah.
know.
Just kind of sharing your awareness, I guess, and
Yeah.
your experience, right?
Totally. Yeah.
So it's like you said, you're not taking joints and like shoving people's face. You're
Yeah.
not like saying smoke,
Smoke.
but
No.
you are saying that whatever you need, like I'm here and I want to share my story and hopefully you can relate to it.
Exactly. You know, and we you know we were looking for businesses to be like, hey, you know, we have a farm or we have something and we could bring veterans in and be like, we'll show them that it's a seed and you know show them stages and just get programs that really bring in you know and family inclusive of course you know like have families come in and have the wife come in
Yeah.
and the kids and even the you know my mom now accepts that I use cannabis, you know, like it's crazy, you know, but it was okay for me to drink for 12 years. But now, like, you know, she was like, oh, okay, well, if you drink, I don't drink anymore, which is cool. You know, my mom's like, okay, so you smoke, you know, cannabis and, you know, you don't drink anymore. It's a good trade off. You know,
Yeah.
like my mom agrees. She's like, it's a good trade off. She's happy with where I'm at, you know. And we want to be, you know, family inclusive because that's huge. You know, I mean, obviously having your family support and being like, yeah, it's okay that you medicate the way you do, you know.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes.
It's that's definitely a conversation like I have with my family as well, is kind of just explaining because like I've been enjoying cannabis since freshman year of high school,
Right. Wow. Okay.
and then like college hit, drank a lot, didn't really smoke a lot of marijuana, but I also lived in Wyoming.
Right.
I don't,
Okay. There.
you
Oh
know,
yeah. You didn't. Oh yeah. I didn't. You
wasn't
didn't mention that. Like,
wasn't really wasn't really a thing down there.
yeah. Yeah.
But and then but you know I've always kind of understood like I mean, we used to just smoke to get high, but I mean, I always liked it more,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. And then now, it's like you said, you don't drink anymore. I think I'm probably on like I drink like 5% as much as I used to.
Wow.
Like I
Really.
still drink, but
Yeah.
you know, like
Way
not a
less.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Nothing
a
to get
drink here
like.
and there.
yeah.
But yeah, and it's a conversation they have now, and it's like literally everything that we grew up or the people have been educated on about cannabis
Right.
and psilocybin mushrooms
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Like is 100% wrong. It is as wrong as
As
you
it,
can
as
think.
it can be.
It's like it is hemp, marijuana, cannabis, mushrooms, like
Right.
everything that we know about them, the government told us that we knew about them, is all a farce.
Yeah.
And it is literally saving people's lives. Every
Yep.
single time I turn on social media, I see them finding a new cannabinoid that cures a different something or other,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
Or,
Very true.
and then with the mushrooms, all sorts of different mental diseases
Yep.
and conditions like depression, PTSD, gone in
Yep.
sometimes one dose. Like just
Crazy.
like that. People who've been
Yeah.
suffering from, especially
Yeah.
veterans, wartime PTSD,
It's just
that can't sleep at night, and
yeah.
they have one guided trip with a psychologist,
In
and
there.
and then they're like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
I
insane.
haven't seen the microdosing of mushrooms coming up. That's kind of like a big deal. I've been looking into it, but I haven't seen that and how it helps. That's probably like I got to read into it more. But I mean, it is there. I mean, you're right. It is coming out. The more research is coming out in there, and I try to keep up on it as much as I can. But I think the beauty of everything is just having the autonomy to do whatever medicate how you want. Like.
It's exactly
You know
it.
what I mean? It's just the autonomy. Thank you.
In the history of mankind, only
Yeah.
in the last 100 years has cannabis or any drugs
Right.
ever been illegal.
Yeah.
It's funny. Someone the other day was talking. They're like, yeah, it's like our population density has gotten to the point where it's like we have to be more controlled.
Right.
It's
Right.
like you think about it, like old time England or whatever,
Right.
or any time really before the population densities got so much. Like you just come across somebody on their land, maybe just like doing whatever drugs they want, and be like, this is just how I operate, you
Yeah.
know?
I know.
Like
I
just
mean,
smoking weed,
that's
doing
how it
mushrooms.
goes. Like like if it just deal with it. Like it
Yeah.
really is like,
It's like it's their
like
thing.
it's
Who
my,
cares?
yeah, like it's what we're doing, and it what makes me be a better person. What I mean? Like makes me
Yeah.
be okay for the day. Like I try to tell people like I don't even really. I mean, I get high. Of course, we get high. But I'm like, but I don't get high. You know what I mean? Like I just get normal. You know what I mean?
I
Like
know
I
what
get
you
to,
mean.
like I go from like being nervous and having this anxiety and like overthinking things and just my mind playing tricks on me, right? And then as soon as you smoke, you're just like, oh, I could talk to people. You're like, oh, this is just, it's a normal situation, and everything goes down, and like I know for especially for veterans, like being like in with a lot of people is kind of hard. Being around a lot of people because you're just unaware. We just talk about we get beat like situational awareness, and
Mm-hmm.
I used to walk into the door like into any building and be like, where's the exit at? I
Yeah.
can't sit with my back to nobody because I don't trust anybody. Like dumb stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Like
but
you
now I
can,
don't do that.
and you can tell when you're in public situations who the real affected veterans are.
Yeah, it's
Like, because I feel like a lot of veterans kind of don't take that too seriously too much once they're kind of integrated back in. But
yeah,
sometimes you can just tell. Like, I was at a friend's wedding
yeah,
a few months ago, and one guy in the corner, he's got the black shades on. Like,
yeah.
you can look at him, and be like, yeah, you're an operator at some
Yeah,
point,
yeah,
or
yeah. You're something.
just a really marine,
Yeah,
But and then he sat back in the corner away from everybody where there was no entrance or exit behind him. He had eyes on the whole building the whole time.
really.
The whole night he spent back to the wall, just
Yeah,
chasing the edges,
right.
watching. And it's like you can just
It's
like
hard,
just
Yeah, and it's hard to keep your mind at that level all the time. It's tiring, to like every situation you're in to try to assess every danger. Like even though you're like at a kid's birthday party, like you don't need to
yeah.
assess the danger at your little Juanito's nephew's birthday
Mhm.
party, But I would, I'd walk in there and I'd be like, like can I beat everybody up here? If something popped off, what would be the first thing I would do? That's how I would used to go into situations. But now, like, I don't do that. I'm more relaxed, and I talk to people, and I'm dancing, and I'm happy, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like, it's a whole different
Because
situation, and
that's really part of the reason like why you need if you can assess a situation. I mean, you should be able to assess a situation
Yeah.
under 10 seconds.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
Like I do it myself as well. Like it's good to just be aware of those things. Like it's
Yeah,
smart.
it
It's
is.
smart to know where the other exit is.
It is. It is.
Or what kind of people are
Are
around
in
you.
there.
Like,
Yeah, that's true.
because it's just good. But
Yeah.
you should be able to then
To leave it at that.
be like, all right, I don't see any danger.
Right.
Like if something does happen, it's gonna be totally random, and I'm gonna be
Right.
fucked anyway.
Yeah.
Like
we can't control that.
yeah, but
Totally.
it's definitely like control your variables. Like it's smart maybe to not sit with your back to the door
Yeah,
always, or
it's
just,
true. Depending on
you
where you're
know,
at.
like,
Depending on where you're at.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I
totally.
mean, almost never is it gonna matter. But just on the off chance it does, like, there's little things you can do. But then again, like, once you're sitting in the chair,
Yeah,
like, what else do you have to worry about?
totally.
Like, you
I
sit in
know.
that chair so that you can pay attention,
Yeah.
and then you're there. And so it's kind of,
No, I feel you. I mean, it's just it's just something that for me it just kind of stayed with me. You know what I mean? That's one thing that just kind of stayed with me and that kept me always like, I couldn't even enjoy moments sometimes. I'd be out at like Chuck E. Cheese with my kids and I'm just like, watching over my back, like who's watching me? Like even though nobody
mm-hmm.
is, but I don't know. I don't know if that comes with it or not. Or maybe I'm just a weirdo. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but it's. I mean, I don't know, man. I tell everybody, cannabis saved my life.
Yeah.
Like I was 275 pounds and drinking, alcohol at least 6 days a week. Like sleeping all the
Damn.
time, and wouldn't be able to work. Like I don't have a very good work history. Just because I couldn't get myself to work.
Yeah.
To fall asleep and to wake up and have motivation to
And
go.
then even when you're at work, like,
Yeah.
you're just not there
Yeah, you're not
mentally.
there, and you get frustrated with coworkers because they just don't fucking get it. You know what I mean? Because you're like, we need shit done fucking now, and we need it done this way, and it's just like, are you in? Like, and we, and it's not the coworkers' fault. It's how society, the world is what it
Mm-hmm.
is. People are different, but we, and I've talked, like it's just, I feel like I can't, it's weird to be in a regular work environment, with other
Yeah.
people. Like I'm very blessed to be able to have my own business, and I don't have to, I'm not saying deal with other people's shit, but like, I don't have, it's just not there. I don't have no workplace drama, nothing, to make anything worse, when I go home, like when
Yeah.
I have, something like that. But
What was it
yeah,
like coming back and then having to go to a workplace just where I don't know, because I imagine there's like kind of a lack of respect
there,
and
I
like
mean, yeah, I don't know, like the lack of respect thing. You mean as far as like,
kind of a little bit of both ways. I feel like because like
yeah,
you're looking at him and you're like, why are you telling me what to do? Like you
yeah,
haven't earned
yeah,
my
yeah,
respect. Like
yeah,
you haven't been able to you
yeah,
haven't done what I've done. And then on
right,
their side, like not understanding what you've done
right,
and like kind of how
yeah,
much you are capable of.
right.
And then you're just kind of so
That's
you see
true.
kind of the
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You,
mismatching.
you know, you do get a little bit of pride. Of course, you get that sense of pride when
Yeah.
you come back. So you're like, everybody respect me, everybody look at me, like you want that in the beginning. But I think that's just a bad way of approaching it. On our end, um, and as far as I mean, we shouldn't expect everybody to know what we're going through. You know what I mean? Like you don't, nobody else does. You know what I mean? Nobody
Mhm.
else goes to work expecting anybody to know what they're going through on their daily lives or whatever. So I mean, yeah, we're, we did what we did, and we might have don't, whatever, but we shouldn't expect more out of everybody else because of what we've done. You know what I mean? Like, because of what we put ourselves through. We signed up for it. I mean,
Yeah.
we signed that dotted line, we signed that contract, and we did it. So, we shouldn't put it on anybody else or society to be like respect and love us, for what we did, because we did
Yeah.
it for whatever
I just
reason we
feel like
wanted to.
it takes a little bit just for the mind to kind of
It
change
does, yeah, it
gears,
does.
you know.
Yeah, and that's where that it's hard to overcome that. Some people do, some people don't. I see a lot of soldiers that are very happy. They don't use cannabis, and they don't use cannabis, and they don't really drink, but they're super happy. They're okay with who they are and what they've done and everything like that. And then I see soldiers that are just very, very in a shell, in a bubble, not able to really break out and really be happy.
Yeah.
So I see both sides of it, but um, yeah, as far as society, I mean, there's a lot. It just
Yeah.
we can't expect anybody out of and out of anybody else to to understand what we're going through. So, I think we got to better ourselves first before we can
Mhm.
better any.
Yeah,
That's what I feel.
you can't pour from an empty cup,
Yeah,
right?
like I feel like I've definitely bettered myself over the last 2 years, and now I'm able to talk about it. Like
Mhm.
now like things like this we talk about. That's a great question, by the way. Like talk about it and be like, it's okay. I understand now why I was so angry. I was so angry at the world for not loving me for what I did or whatever. But now I'm like, I understand why. It's not your guys' job.
Yeah.
It's not the world's job to cater to us, but yeah, and it's good that we work on ourselves, and veterans, we're strong, man. Like we're so strong. I mean, we're strong. We love each other. You know, we have a you know Carrie Ann, right? Carrie Ann and Bernard.
Yeah, I'm
We're Live
actually
Wellness, yeah.
Carrie Ann's coming over next week to do a
There you go.
podcast.
Nice, yeah. So
Yeah.
she, she was yesterday and at our shop because she's our neighbor now in front at the
Oh,
VR joint.
nice.
Yeah, so they moved right
Yeah,
into
because she just opened up a CBD location,
yeah, a
right?
Live Wellness right there on in OB with right in front of us. So they moved in and her and her husband are Marine veterans and she's always coming over and we're just talking. Like I don't really know her too much. I met her a couple times, but we get along so good. Like everything we talk about and like we just relate so good. And they were Marines and I was in the Army and it was just, but we get along so well. And like now my days are way better because I got someone to talk to. Like
Yeah,
I used to be
right.
at that. I sit in the shop there with my wife. I talk to my wife, but it's different. And then like now like oh I got some people that are like me across the way, and I'm like, I'm having fun, I'm stepping outside, and we're out there, I used to go out, and I do go back, in the back, and I smoke a little bowl throughout the day,
Yeah.
and I'd be in and out like in a minute, I'd be like, all right, babe, I'll be right back. I'd be in there, I smoke my bowl, and I'm in a minute. Now I'm taking like 10 minute smoke breaks, 'cause we're in the back joking and bullshit. My wife's like, okay, she's like, you can't be taking 10 minute, smoke breaks because you're talking. Not in a bad way, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm like, babe, I'm like, well, I got my people here now, like I'm able to express myself
Yeah,
and
because
and be
they're there
happy and
because they're comfortable there,
exactly,
and they.
and we just relate so much. Anybody else could have moved in there, what I mean? And I don't know if I would have had that relationship with the other
Yeah.
person, but they moved in and it works out great.
I
And
think that's great.
yeah.
I think that the early signs of success in a business are when the community starts to come around it.
Yeah, very
You
true.
know?
Yeah, yeah. We sparked a lot of life into even our building that's there in OB.
Mm-hmm.
We
That's
have a
it's that
bunch of
one with like the long hallway,
yeah, the
right?
hallway. There's we have a bunch of businesses there. We have like Seth's Chop Shop and Your Mama's Mug, and we're in there. We have a thrift store up top now. The Humble Heart Thrift Store, the CBD. We have a chiropractor. There's a bunch of things. We have a
Nice.
stone. It's called I forgot her name, the name of her business, but she has like a stone. She has like a stone place in there. So we have a bunch of things going on in that hallway, and Carrie Ann and I were like, we're gonna start an Instagram for this place, for
We
the whole
should.
mall, because everybody, we all have our own little things. I'm like, we're just gonna
Yeah.
do it. So we're gonna start an Instagram page, and we're gonna start highlighting all the businesses inside the
Do
mall.
like little business events like in the
Yeah,
hallway and stuff.
exactly. We have the space, we have the space and which is, a big issue with other places. Nobody has the space to do nothing, but we have that hallway, we have the space, and we have like 7 businesses that could collaborate and bring different types of people to an event. So
Yeah.
we're looking forward to that, really getting that going on Instagram, and
Do you
hopefully.
guys are you I don't remember exactly where the OB farmers market ends. Are you guys within the boundaries of
Yeah,
that?
it's right there, it's right in front of us. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so
between
do you
between
guys participate in that?
you
Is
know
that
what? We do go up and we give some cards out. We try to catch people. Of course, there's
yeah.
sometimes 3 to 5 thousand people there, which is crazy. But as far as for us, for what we do, the VR machines out there, the sunlight kills us. We use like our machines need like to be dark,
Yeah.
so we've tried it a
So you'd
couple
almost got to
times
go out
and
there and just like go fishing.
yeah, go fishing a little bit, and just hand out cards. I have set up a green ammo table. I do that often actually. I have like I stood up there with a
Oh
sign one
yeah.
time saying like let's talk veterans and cannabis and we got different veterans stopping and talking to me, asking questions and what
Yeah.
are you talking about or
I
what are
mean,
you
yeah, that's such an opportunity
yeah,
right
it
there.
is like every single week, and it's rain or shine every single Wednesday. Right there on
Right?
in Newport on Newport Avenue in OB, there's a farmers market. So and there's a bunch of good stuff,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Like you can find a bunch of good stuff out there and a
You
lot of
should
different people.
advertise on your page, like come to the farmers market and make sure to stop by here.
Yeah,
Like, and then
get like
maybe
a little
run a
like
little like only during the farmers market
yeah,
hours.
like a
People
farmers market
get
special or
like
something.
yeah,
Yeah, that would be good.
and then
Yeah,
just tell all your people, be like, hey, if you're already coming to the farmers market,
just
because
stop by
a
real
lot
fast.
like a lot of people go to the farmers market
It's
on
true.
randomly all the time, and then
Very
if
true.
you've been telling them, be like, make sure you stop by. And then boom, all of a
Yeah,
sudden they're gonna be at your fucking
they're gonna
place
be
just because
playing
they're gonna be
there.
like, hey, Jose's place is over here.
That's true, very true. It's we've tried. We're like, how do we get people from the farmers market? And that's how it is. A lot of people
I think
call though.
I think it's just being consistent
People
with it.
call, yeah, people call and they're like, hey, I want to book at like 5 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, and I feel like it's a courtesy, as a courtesy, and I'm like, just want to let you know that there's a farmers market out here, and and it's crazy, and there's a lot of parking, and then people are like, okay, well we'll go like on Thursday or Friday, or they'll be like, we'll go later then.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in my mind, we lose business, but I've had people come in, they're like, you didn't tell me there was a farmer's market, and they chew my ass out. Like,
Oh
you
yeah.
could have warned me that I'm not gonna have,
You
find an
definitely,
hour
because
to park
it's a
parking.
thing.
It is a
Like
thing,
it's like
It's a every
if you don't get that
Wednesday
early,
thing.
you're
Yeah.
fucked.
I get there at like 11:30, and I'm fighting for parking on Wednesdays at 11:30.
Yeah.
They don't start till 4. So,
Right.
like, I have the courtesy, and I tell people, like, I know we lose money from that because people have been like, we'll go another day, and if they come or not is up in the
Yeah.
air. But I have the courtesy to
I
tell
think
them,
it's
and they
definitely
appreciate it.
you definitely just gotta change your business model for that day then.
Yeah, then.
Like be like every Wednesday is a special day.
Yeah,
Be
like 50% off.
or be like it's like walk in only, like
Yeah.
you can't like make an appointment, but then there's also like special pricing,
Yeah.
you
There we
know.
go. We're doing BOGOs Wednesday in Ocean Beach. There we go. We
Yeah.
have BOGO Tuesdays already, so we're gonna do BOGO Wednesdays also. There we go. I just made it happen at the VR joint on Wednesdays. When the farmers market's going, we got BOGOs now. I
Yes.
just made that decision. So I mean, just
Yeah.
pull people. Hey, we got BOGO on the VR. Come
Yeah.
play. Yeah, there we go.
We'll just make a whole campaign
There we go.
about
Marketing 101.
Yeah.
I
Good
like
ideas
it.
on the podcast.
There we go.
Hell yeah,
Yeah, there
man.
we go. I've been trying to capture the OB market, man. I'm like, how? Like, oh, maybe I just roll a machine out in front of my shop, but then I'm blocking people walking by, and that's a hazard. So yeah, we just figured
Right?
it out, Greg.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
I love it. All right. Well, I think that was a wonderful chat
Yeah,
today.
man,
That
that's
was
awesome. Yeah,
Definitely gonna
thank you
have
so
you
much.
back soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell the people where to find you.
Yeah.
Some websites, social media handles.
Yeah.
and
So
then-
on Instagram we are the VR Joint SD. I believe are our handles. The VR Joint SD on Instagram and Facebook. For the Green Animal Project, it's at Green Animal Project on Facebook and Instagram. Our website is the VR Joint SD. And greenanimalproject.org is what we're working on. Not there yet,
Okay.
but we are working on it soon. So we'll be going there. And then
Okay.
my personal one, I put, I like people to follow me. I like to share my story. Is lifted_veteran. So I'm the lifted veteran.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy that nobody took that name.
Right.
I'm like, I was like, man, people have been smoking weed for years. Somebody's gonna have that name, and nobody had it, so
You
it's
got
meant to
it.
be.
That's
I
it.
think I'm the one that's meant to have it, so I gotta
Oh,
run with
yeah.
it. I gotta do something with it.
All right. Do you have any events coming up with Green Ammo Project?
We do. We are doing some fundraisers. We did one last night actually at Nova Brazil Brewing in Chula Vista.
Okay.
We had a VR machine up there. We had some just parents that were hanging out, had their kids. They loved it.
Hell yeah.
So we raised some funds there, and we're looking to do that a lot. We want to be in the breweries, just a fundraise, and we're really in the took a little bit of a break, but we're kind of hitting this year strong. So just follow the Instagram. On Instagram, we'll be pretty active here really soon.
All right.
and get
Hell
more
yeah. We'll
stuff.
definitely have to catch you, and then we'll definitely, at the very least, see you at the Bong Building.
Yeah. Oh
competition in
yeah.
August.
Yeah. Oh man, we got to come back and
Year
defend our
2.
title.
Yeah, man, champion.
Dude, we got
gas
to.
mask, gravity bong
Yeah.
with a lightsaber.
I know,
As a unicorn horn. Thing
That
was
was
intense.
I know. We're gonna bring it back just to kind of showcase it, but we'll see what we could do to one up it. Let's see. I don't even know.
All
Like
right.
you're talking earlier, it might be hard, but
Yeah.
we got to figure it out.
Start playing it.
I know.
Start collecting those specialty
Hey,
pieces.
yeah, yeah,
Because you still got to draw them out of the buckets. You might not
Exactly.
even get to use your own pieces.
That's
but-
true. Yeah, we got 7 months. I think we could make it happen. Defend that
Hell
title.
yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much, Jose.
Thank you so much, Greg. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right.